It's a slideshow for you. Okay, are you all seeing that?
Yes.
There's a slideshow. Let me make sure. Whoops. Let me take my subtitles off. Okay, do you have it as a slideshow? Hopefully you do. Okay, so, and I just want to once again congratulate Laura Reams. It was a tremendous honor to see her finally recognized for all the great work that she does. John, thank you for coming with us tonight. I don't know if you and Janine are still on, but we do appreciate you being here earlier today and being here tonight to acknowledge her publicly in front of the community. Okay, this is the agenda that I will follow. It looks long. I'm going to try to move through this fairly quickly, but we do have some hail and farewells that I want to address. So in addition to Laura receiving the award, are the slides advancing?
They are advancing. It's not in PowerPoint.
It's not in PowerPoint. Okay, let me try it again at the bottom.
But this is fine. I think you can continue.
Okay, this will work? Okay, let me just keep it. I don't know why it's, Anyway, okay, so Sergeant Nemser is the 2023 MML Police Executive Association's top cop. Once again, this is another honor statewide where the cops get together, the police officers, and they pick a top officer. And so we are really proud of Sergeant Nemser. Governor Moore is actually going to present the award to him at the MML breakfast in Ocean City this summer. So some of the reasons we identified Sergeant Nemser and submit his name, and it appeared to be no hesitation. His reputation precedes him. He's received life-saving awards from us, always willing to help in the city. He's a great leader. His team have a lot of respect for him. And there are just so many examples of the things that he's done. So we are really proud of Sergeant Nemser, and we'll take some pictures when he receives the award, and we will make sure that we address him again. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to keep doing it this way. Okay. And we got a new call bus driver. Rosetta Nelson joins us. She's full-time. Now, remember, we got this through a COG grant, so that was really, that was good news for us. She's been driving for over 11 years. She's got lots of experience, mostly in South Carolina. So she is a mother of 2 young adults. She says they're her everything, and she strives to make people remember her by her smile and her energy. We have already received kudos from residents, from our senior residents who have commended her. So we're really happy to have Rosetta on the team. And if you see her, please wave and say hello. We are also saying farewell to Brian Perez. We did that last week. Brian left the city, but he started here back in 2018 as a communications supervisor. At that time, we did not have much in the way of a communications platform and social media platform. So Brian is really instrumental in standing up a lot of what we do, particularly the bilingual content and See, Click, Fix, and helping with media inquiries. He also did the monthly council recap videos. Brian has moved on to Prince George's County. We are happy for him. This was an opportunity and a step up for him. So he is going to work there with their police department. So we wish Brian the best, and we thank him for everything that he's done in Hyattsville. I do not know why my slides are not advancing, but as long as you all are okay, I'm okay.
We got it.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, so most of you met Linzer. Linzer was at the anniversary festival, but I don't know if anyone realized how much work Nola and her partner, Sergeant Evans, worked. But they worked a lot of weekends and sometimes all day on the weekends because other cities would call for them, schools would call for them to be present. We are one of the few cities that has a facility dog. So we are really, really thrilled that we were able to get another one at no cost to the city, no initial cost to the city. And we have the one-year-old Labrador Retriever named Linzer. And he is, again, we get these from the Canine Companion program. And he was at the University of Delaware. He mastered 40 specialized commands during 6 months of training. And so we're happy to have him. People who want to see him, he spends a lot of time with his partner, Corporal Lucas, and she went to training at the final few weeks to make sure that they could bond. So he'll be in the school with her working with the kids and out in the community, giving NOLA a little bit, NOLA and Acting Lieutenant Evans a little bit of relief. Okay, and next. All right, Autism Awareness Month. That was last month, and I just wanted to acknowledge and thank Councilmember Shively for coming. The entire staff, or many of the staff, they all wore blue in support of Lighted Up Blue campaign. The theme this month was empowering autistic voices. And again, Councilmember Shively came out, and we also had DeAndre Wright, who is the son of Josie and Kirk Pyle, and he made some remarks as well. It was just a great opportunity for people to learn and be educated about autism and its impact on our young people and on our nation. We also had a chat with the chief program this month. This was the first one in the multi-purpose room. We had a lot of calls, and a lot of people are asking questions about policing and police activity and what they can do in their communities. So this was the first opportunity, and we did have a nice turnout. We also had the community television station there, Prince George Community Television, and they interviewed Chief, and they wanted to talk a little bit more about the challenges with recruitment and retention. So he was able to talk to them about some of those things. Okay, and Business and Economic Development, a quarterly newsletter. I am really excited that we finally have a team back together. Many of you know that we started having people transition out of that department, and so we were concerned that we would not be able to hire quickly, and we did. We brought on a new planner immediately. Debbie Sandlin stepped in as the interim director, or the director. We hired a housing manager, and you all met Renee Harris tonight, managing, who is the business and community liaison. So a couple things happening. We finally got a spring newsletter out. And so the spring newsletter is in the May edition of the Life and Times, and it's also going to hit residences this week. They're also, you remember we started the sustainability plan. We got a lot of good feedback on that. But because it's been so long and because we've had transition, what we now like to do is bringing this back and have meetings and talk about some of the things that we learned and get any more feedback that we may have before we start compiling and putting that document together. And then finally, a business roundtable. We're going to get those started again. So I thank Debbie and her team. That one will be on June 18th for the business roundtable from 9 to 10:30 at Flavors over in Ward 3. And of course, I don't know if I said the strategic planning meeting will be at the Hyattsville Library on May 22nd from 6 to 8:30. So we'll bring that back and we'll get the public's input so we can keep that moving. National Clerks Week. I thought these slides might have been out of order, but no, they are not. So once again, we just recognize Laura, and again, just congratulations to Laura, her, Nate, and the team. It's just Lily, they're a great team. But you know, this whole month and part of last month were Public Sector Heroes Month. And so we've got so many great people working here in the city and doing wonderful things. So I just want to make sure that we're able to acknowledge that this week we recognize our clerks and the great work that they do in this community, taking care of not only the residents, but the staff and the mayor and council. And in addition, some more public heroes is National Police Week and Memorial Day. So this is next week, May 12th through the 18th will be National Police Week. And so, you know, most of you have met or seen our dedicated officers. They work tirelessly, and especially now when there's so many challenges with recruiting, as I mentioned earlier. So we just want to thank our officers and the dedicated civilian staff that work with them for all that they do to ensure resident safety and protect our community. We thank them for their bravery and their honor and their commitment to the city of Hyattsville. And National Police Week and Memorial Day. So Police Officers Memorial Day is next week, Wednesday the 15th. We did have one officer that died in the line of duty. That was in 1984. He had only been with the department for 4 years. We continue to go to his gravesite. The officers continue to go out and honor him. He died in a motorcycle accident while assisting other officers. He was posthumously promoted to the rank of corporal, and we continue to honor him and the county continues to honor him. So I just want to point that out and let people know how much we appreciate the service, and we are grateful for the service that they provided. Let's see. Okay. Public Works. National Public Works Week is the following week, May 19th. I said it's Public Heroes, Public Sector Heroes Week. Our Public Works Department, our professionals, they work in the parks, they work on our trees, roadways, buildings, sanitation, infrastructure projects, they work in vehicle maintenance. But these are the men and women that really enhance our lives every day and the quality of our community every day. So their actual, they have as their slogan or theme for this year, advancing quality of life for all. And our DPW team absolutely does that. So we thank them and we appreciate the men and women in the Department of Public Works. And this is also Nurses Week. Again, public heroes. We have one nurse on staff. Our HR director is also a nurse, Jay Joyner. He is a certified nurse and a registered nurse. Jay, let me know if I didn't get that right. So I want to recognize him and also all the healthcare professionals who serve our communities. We appreciate the work that they do and how they respond every day, and the incredible impact that they have on the lives of the patients and their families. So thank you, Jay, and all the nurses in the city of Hyattsville. And finally, we had Administrative Professionals Week last week. We had an opportunity to thank all of our administrative professionals. They are dedicated, they are organized, they are hardworking. And I will tell you that I can't do my job, and I bet many others could not do their job without these wonderful people who are our backbone and help us to do our job better. So we do thank and appreciate our administrative professionals. We took them to lunch, bought them some plants, and they just had a good time being recognized and loved on. All right, cool bus shelters. I'm going to transition off of our public sector heroes and talk about some of the things going on. Cool bus shelters, you remember that we purchased 5. Unfortunately, right now we are waiting because WMATA is doing the first significant redesign of its bus network. So we're waiting for them to finalize some of the routes and some of the other things that need to be done. And then DPW will propose some of the locations where we'll put some of these bus shelters. But you see some of the features here: solar panels, sustainable materials, rainwater refuge. So a lot of great things with these cool bus shelters. And the flag redesign committee is up and running. So and in fact, they had a table at the anniversary festival, but they're looking for an updated design. And I think it's important to just see some of these bullets here: simple and meaningful, no more than 2 to 3 basic colors, and distinctive. So they are looking for entries. Please consider submitting entries. We would love to consider them. The committee is looking forward to seeing what this city, what our residents would like to see in their new flag. So just a reminder on that. And zip trip, we've got a zip trip coming up. Remember Fox 5 does those zip trips. They do them early in the morning. They're going to be out here at 6 a.m. That means staff will be out there at 5 a.m. getting ready. That they're going to be at the Hyattsville Library, and they're going to showcase some of the things in our city in Hyattsville: restaurants, community groups, and a few more things. So just an exciting time for Hyattsville to be once again showcased on Channel 5. And Neighborhood Design Center continues to work with our youth. They're looking for ideas and trying to figure out what we can do and to bring a sense of belonging to parks. They're getting some really good feedback from our young people, lots of interactive activities. So we are grateful for them. Most of you attended the residents and council members attended the 138th City Anniversary Festival. It was a really good time. Lots of food, games, fun, culminating in fireworks, lots of music, but just a really good turnout. So we thank all of you who participated in that. We thank the community services team, our police officers, our DPW, who all work together. And Sherry Everhart in particular, who really is the main planner for this event. We thank you all for attending and just enjoying yourselves and interacting with each other. Volunteer activities, lots going on in the community. We continue to grow our volunteer pool. We had a total of 208 volunteers that helped with things like diaper distribution, environmental programs, doing the invasive plant removals, and even the anniversary festival. So shout out to our volunteers. We will acknowledge them publicly in an event that we will announce in the near future. And High Swap, we do want to acknowledge them and the great work that they did last weekend. That's a nonprofit, but the city partners in that. And so they were able to pick up, have residents pick up over 450 boxes, and they had 115 volunteers that came out to help. It's just so hard to do anything that we do without volunteers. So once again, I just want to thank everyone that volunteers, including our committees. CPR classes ongoing, English and Spanish sessions. These classes, Spanish are offered every other month, but every class is full whenever they have those. So we have a really good turnout on those. It's really hard to find Spanish speaking CPR classes, and our residents seem very grateful that we're hosting those. So my thanks to Reggie, who keeps those going and coordinates and gets all the support for those. And just a few final announcements before I go into weekly offerings. ARPA update. So you heard at least one resident ask about ARPA. We are going to bring that back before you at the May 20th meeting. We'll provide an update on it, but that will be our consultant who will do that. We will follow the consultant with an ARPA project update and some recommendations. Also, we're going to remind everyone that Narcan training, the county continues to provide Narcan training to the staff, and that's 2 times a month. Those classes are also very well attended. Youth mental health program is up and running. The contractor, the Hope Center for Wellness, has been selected, and so the sign-up information is on our website. Once again, my thanks to the community service staff and Sandra Shepard for really working this one hard and getting someone in place that will work with our young people. And community service team is also hard at work for summer program planning. They're working on some of the camps, the trips for our teens. They're doing the final recruitment for the Youth Advisory Council, and they have a lot of other programs and events that they're planning for this year. Okay, excuse me. Our weekly offerings, Hyattsville is Home art classes. That's on Tuesdays from 10 to 12 at Artworks Now. Senior Fit seated exercise classes on Wednesdays from 10 to 11. Zumba fitness class, Wednesdays 4 to 5 every afternoon. Digital literacy and instructional class. This was born after COVID, where we realized that many people wanted some help. And so those are still ongoing on Wednesdays from 12 to 1. And then Hyattsville is Home art class again on Fridays all day. And committee meetings. We have the Board of Supervisor election meeting on Tuesday, May 7th at the Municipal Building in the multipurpose room. Police and Public Safety Citizens Advisory meeting is on Wednesday, May 8th at 7. Race and Equity Task Force meeting, Wednesday, May 8th at 7 p.m. Youth Advisory Council meeting, May 9th, 6 to 7. And that one is in person at the City Building. Education Advisory Committee meeting is Monday, May 13th. Ethics Commission meeting is Tuesday, May 14th. Environmental Committee meeting is Tuesday, May 14th. Code Compliance Advisory Committee meeting, Wednesday, May 15th at 7:15. And the Educational Facilities Task Force meeting is Thursday, May 16th at 7 p.m. And some of the upcoming events. Ward 4 is having their check-in. That will be tomorrow night, 6:30 to 8:30 at St. Matthew's Parish Hall. Several of our department heads will be there, as will I. Narcan training is Thursday, May 9th from 6 to 7. Hyattsville is Home, Friday, May 10th. That's a virtual class. Narcan training, again, May 10th. Ward 3 check-in is this Saturday, May 11th, 12:30 to 1:30 at First United Methodist Church. Driscoll Park Scavenger Hunt, Saturday, May 11th from 1 to 3. And Maryland's presidential primary, just a reminder that we are a primary site here at the City Building. So we will have primaries going on Tuesday, May 14th from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. And finally, upcoming events, Love a Tree Day, Thursday, May 16th. Bike to Work Day is Friday, May 17th. Night Owl Session, Friday, May 17th, 6 to 9 p.m. Invasive Removals, May 18th, 10 to 2. Leaf Blower Trade-In, that's on Saturday, May 18th from 10 to 1. And Bike Rodeo is on Saturday, May 18th from 11 to 2. I'm sorry this was a lot, but needed to get it all out there. I want to wish our mayor a very happy birthday. His birthday is this week, May 9th. So happy birthday, Mayor Robert Crosland. And I also want to wish our Deputy Director of Community Services, Sherry Everhart, a very happy birthday. Her birthday is May 14th. And Mayor and Council, that is all I have.
Wow, thank you for the birthday wishes. Colleagues, any